here, and today you'll have to excuse me if I don't sound entirely knowledgeable while making this video, but it is my first time making tomato relish. Gonna give it a go because I was gifted these beautiful tomatoes and my kids think they're disgusting. Can you believe it? They are so yummy. So I said, right, now turn them into relish, and they said, ooh, gross, we hate relish. So, but they weren't going to eat them anyway, but I have a really, really good recipe for something to do with tomato relish, which I might put on next week. We'll see how we go. Anyway, what you will need is about 800 grams of tomatoes. I think I've weighed these are about 900 grams. I'm going to go with that. I figure these will break down as they're cooking, so I'm not going to be too pedantic. I'm going to put them into bits about like that. Worth noting, a lot of recipes call for the skin to be taken off tomatoes. You quickly boil them and let them cool down, and then apparently the skin comes off easy. Now, me, I'm not big on taking skin off stuff. I don't peel anything unless it's necessary. I'm just going to not peel them. Hopefully it'll work out good. I like a bit of texture, so... There we go, beautiful. Now I'm going to chop in 2 onions. Go in here. Just going to dice them up. I always forget how quick it is doing stuff without kids helping. They're all at school and preschool today, so it's my get stuff done day. But seriously, as much as they would love to help with this, I'd still be here in 2 hours time, having those tomatoes chopped. Oh, and you made me cry. Okay, so we need 2 cloves of garlic. As I'm lazy, I just buy the crushed stuff. I think this is actually cheaper anyway. Estimate 2 cloves are about 2 teaspoons. That's what's going to happen. And need 1 cup of sugar. And half a cup of vinegar. Now you can either use brown malt vinegar or you can use apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use apple cider. This is, I'm not actually adding wine. This is actually apple cider vinegar that I made myself last year. I've actually just started another video on doing the next batch. This is my last bottle from last year, so we've done pretty well out of it. So yeah, have a look at my apple cider making videos if you want. I'll be updating them as I go. So, what did we want to there? Half a cup. About 2 teaspoons of salt. Oh, onions are getting my eyes. So, we want to bring that to a boil. I may have underestimated the size pan I needed. I'm trusting the tomatoes will reduce down. Okay, so that has just started coming to the boil. Once that comes to the boil, you want to simmer it. It's smelling lovely, by the way. Clint's going to come home and say, oh yum, what smells yummy, what's for dinner? Chutney. Let that come to the boil, and then we want to simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll show you what to do in the meantime. So while that's simmering away there, we want to, I'm just going to use a decent sized cup to mix this stuff in. Want to mix a wee paste, 2 teaspoons of curry powder. I use this stuff, that seems to be the cheapest at the moment. It does vary though. And 2 teaspoons of mustard powder. I'm not sure if you can substitute just normal mustard. I don't know, maybe. But I did happen to have mustard powder, otherwise I probably would have experimented a bit. about 1.5 tablespoons of corn flour. I just use the pan stuff. Because we just want to mix that into a bit of a paste. Just want 1 to 2 tablespoons more of vinegar, just to make that powdery stuff form up into a paste. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. I don't know how well you can see, that's just mixed into a nice wee paste. And once that has simmered for about another 15 minutes, I'll add the paste into there and that should thicken it up quite nicely. So we'll see how we go. In the meantime, you want to be sterilising some jars. I am guessing this might make about 3 jars. I don't know, but we'll soon find out. So I've sterilised 3 jars and just heat them up in the oven. Just keep them nice and warm because you want them to be nice and warm when you put the relish in. And you can store it in your cupboard, and once it's open, store it in your fridge, and it should just store nice in the pantry. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Okay, so that has been steadily simmering about 20 minutes now. Like that. Smelling yummy. I'm going to put this paste in. Reckons just to cook until it thickens, so I'm just going to leave that simmering for a bit. I'll give it a good stir up. I'd say obviously this is still going to have lumps in it because I did not skin my tomatoes and there's the onions and stuff. I'm guessing there is nothing wrong with using a stick blender if you're wanting a nice smooth consistency, but I kind of like chunky. I'm going to give this a good mix up. Oh, that is looking yummy. I can still feel, I think there's a bit of a blob of the paste in there still. I'll give that a good stir up. Oh yeah, I can see still a blob of paste in there. See if I can squish it. So that's feeling a lot thicker already. That is looking very relish-like. I've done something right there. I'm just going to have a wee taste test while it's in here. I've had a taste test here. Oh my goodness. That is yummy! That is so yummy! I shouldn't act surprised. Yeah, I knew what I was doing all along. I'm a bit of a professional when it comes to Seriously, that is so good. Oh my goodness. Stay posted because I have a plan for this relish. I'm going to do a volume 2 of Take Your Lunch to Work for $1. I'm working on it. That is so good. That is seriously yummy. And I think that has got just the right amount of chunks in it too. That looks so good. Skins and all. Leave the skins in, people. It's awesome. You can use a ladle. And over time that should pop down and seal on itself. Be able to keep that in the pantry and it should keep nice, and hopefully that'll set nicely while it's in there. And yeah, once it's opened, keep it in the fridge. Here we go. Thing of magnificence. Ended up making 4 jars. I have to sterilise another one. A couple of little jars and 2 reasonable sized jars, so I made more than I thought it would. I regret that I did not discover this sooner. This relish will become a big part of my life now, I foresee that.